Welcome back to X-Men's Legends. We are moving on to the second video on the Arbiter. Heading below decks. I don't really have a whole lot of commentary to add on this one. A lot of these levels are pretty straightforward. You're going to see in this first level, which is the hangar lift, after we fight everything, there's an area off to the left and an area off to the right that are, if you can see the whole map laid out, you've got this center area that we are now, and then there's down below to the right and down below to the left, rooms that are about the same size as they are now. Once we get all of that cleared out, the room on the right, there is a free skill point. The kind that you use to increase a stat.
You bet.
That you need either a flying character or a character to double jump, power jump. And we'll get to that here in just a few minutes. I would have preferred giving that extra skill point to Jean. She is one of the mutants that needs, well, that's the bottom line is she needs her focus cranked up so incredibly high in order to be useful. She can be extremely powerful, but you have to have her massively leveled up. But then, you know, she's one of the most powerful mutants in the game. It's kind of fitting with lore, really. But you can't use Jean on this mission because she's tied into the plot in the last part of this area. And we'll get to that right towards the end of the video. You'll find out why we can't use Jean. So look forward coming up here off to the right. We'll be jumping up to get the skill point.
All right.
Oh, I was wrong. It's a stat point, not a skill point. I was talking about the right thing. I was just using the wrong word for it. And in the end, I believe I ended up giving it to Scott, if I remember correctly. Just because, you know, cranking his focus up makes him extremely powerful too. It's one of the reasons that I can handle the Sentinels so easily at this part of the game is I've got his optic blast leveled up so high that he can use it a lot, and it's very powerful.
time you freaks learned a lesson.
You bet. Right.
These pulsing things can be a huge pain in the neck. And this along with the GRSO, I can't remember which one he is right in the middle. It's basically a boss battle. But those pulsing things, you have some that will, if you're in their area of effect, will constantly drain your health. And then there's some that will drain all of your mutant energy down. The best way of dealing with them is a ranged attack character. Any of the ranged attack characters that have their ranged attack leveled up just a little bit can usually stand right outside of their effective range and hit them. So, you know, you just got to be careful about not getting in too close or you'll sap everybody's strength. This is the aft hatchways level. There are no hidden items here. You just have to go through and I believe wipe out 1 or 2 Sentinel launch bays to get through, and of course several teams of GRSO officers.
My target! Combo! Okay. Combo!
You're going down.
Okay.
Combo!
Will do.
Okay.
I need a hand. Will do. Yeah. Got it. You bet. Okay. X-Man, close ranks.
Assistance would be greatly appreciated.
Right.
Mutant.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see what you got.
You're lucky you're still breathing. Better.
This level is the starboard launch bays. After we go past, I believe, a couple of sentinel launch bays, pretty close to the end of the level, we're going to hit a sketchbook, and that's the main thing to look for on this level. I also decided it's about time that I started selling off a lot of my basic equipment. We're at the point now where I've got almost all of my mutants leveled up, where the, plus 1 to 9 enhancements that they get off a lot of the basics doesn't really do all that much useful. Percentage increases are still pretty good, but anything that's just adding, a few points of something, 1 point to a stat, stuff like that, isn't really worth it anymore. It's just not enough.
Right.
Attack my target!
Right.
Follow me.
You bet.
Affirmative.
Follow me.
Okay.
Indeed. Indeed. Right.
Okay.
I'm on it. I'm in trouble here!
Think you're bad,
I'm in
mutie?
trouble here! Attack my target!
Will do.
You
Yes. Okay.
You bet.
Okay.
Think you're bad, mutie?
Affirmative.
Knocked and inside.
Will do.
I don't have any.
Follow me.
Finished all of the battling up just about, and you can probably see in that room that we just in. There's the
Right.
sketchbook that we need to pick up. Of course, we don't get to actually look at it until we finish the mission and make it back to the X-Mansion. Now we're in the 4 launch bays, which is the last level that we're going to do for now. And there's nothing special to get here. It's just fighting through this level. Moving on beyond this level, the next level is the brig, and that starts a timer where you have 15 minutes to finish out the last 4 levels of this mission. Now, it's not quite as cut and dried as that. You have a sub-task on each of those 4 levels of rescuing Arbiter crewmen that are stuck way deep in the lower levels of the ship. And for each crewman that you rescue, you can add like 5 minutes to the timer. So it's, once you kind of get a feel for how the level's going and you get the general layout of it, then you just kind of calmly and deliberately work your way through it. And you know, all 4 missions are going to take, you know, 35-40 minutes most likely, but you'll be able to tack on that time and still have 5 or 10 minutes left by the time you get it done. The hard part is that it works great once you've got yourself familiarized with the level. If you don't have yourself familiarized with the level, you know, I may have to take several tries getting through it before and restart. Finally, I'll be in the position where I can work my way through it.
Got it.
Right. I will comply.
Got it.
Yes, you bet.
Okay.
Right. Okay. You bet. Indeed.
Look out! Heads up! Yes.
Yes.
You bet.
Think you're bad, mutie? You're going down.
I'm in trouble here!
Okay.
I'm in trouble here!
You bet.
Okay. Will do. Affirmative.
X-Men, close ranks.
Combo! Combo! You're going down.
I'm in trouble here!
Okay. You bet. Okay. Indeed. Okay.
It's Bob. He's destroying the ship's generators and threatening the power in the process. I can, but only for a short time.